Money's gotta be the shoes.
That's the shoe. Defense starts with your feet.
Welcome to the Kobe system.
Are the AE1s the best shoe in the game?
No question.
Objection.
Look, there's no basketball without the shoes. Basketball shoes have had an impact on more than just the sport. But how do we go from this
It never fails. The weapon's the choice of Kevin McHale.
to this?
My whole life is consistent.
Basketball shoes have gone through 3 eras, and we're about to enter the 4th, but it might not be what you expect. But let's go back to 1917 for a moment. The first real basketball shoe, introduced in 1917, redesigned by Chuck Taylor in the 1920s, commonly known as the Converse All-Star. These were worn by nearly every pro and college player until the 1970s, the only game shoe used in the NBA for decades. No, seriously. Everyone had the same kicks. Lightweight canvas plus rubber sole equals revolutionary. Well, at the time, Chuck Taylors were and are iconic. But let's be honest, canvas and rubber can only take you so far. But what happens when players start running faster, jumping higher, asking for more support than what a rubber sole can give them? Introducing the Pro Keds. Isn't this the same shoe? But what happens when players start jumping even higher, running even faster, and asking for even more support? Introducing the Converse weapon.
The Converse weapon. That's the shoe. That's Magic do what he was born to do.
You already know what you did for me.
What?
I walked away with the MVP.
The Converse weapon, the #1 weapon in the NBA.
Converse did it again. Like its predecessors, the Converse weapon becomes more like a uniform in the NBA, worn by Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, turning sneakers into team banners and the sports into war. The TV commercials play into their rivalry. Choose your weapon. It was a war of styles. East versus West, Hustle versus Flair, and Bird versus Magic. Built beefier than the Chuck Taylors, the weapon added ankle support, leather uppers, and attitude. Converse rebounds literally and figuratively with the weapons in 1986. First time that sneakers were marketed like the superstars themselves. This wasn't just a shoe, it was a statement of allegiance. Now as Converse turned sneakers into battle flags, and every game into a declaration, the world watched Magic and Bird rewrite the script. But there was another player who was quietly writing a whole new chapter. And the sneaker game was about to be revolutionized. And the NBA was about to ban a shoe, accidentally creating the greatest marketing play of all time, the Jordan 1. Nike signs Michael Jordan, betting big on an unknown. While there were a few signature sneakers predating the Jordan 1, this one was different. This was performance. This was style. And this is timeless. The Air Jordan 1 was officially released to the public on April 1, 1985. Famously banned by the NBA, causing a $5,000 fine each game he wore them, this shoe broke all kind of rules on and off the court. But of course, Jordan capitalized on a campaign opportunity.
Fortunately, the NBA can't stop you from wearing them. Air Jordans from Nike.
The Jordan 1 was the first domino to fall, starting the sneaker culture that we know today. But you know what's more impressive than changing sneaker history with a single shoe? It's doing it again, and again, and again. And, well, you get the point. Michael Jordan alone revolutionized what sneakers meant to basketball culture. Let me know in the comments if you want a dedicated Air Jordan history video. But how do you push the shoe game to the next era after Michael Jordan? How can you impact what it means to make a basketball shoe? Well, what if a basketball shoe didn't look like a shoe at all? What if it looked like a foreign object that crash landed on Earth from another planet? Enter the Foamposite 1. $180 in 1997? Molded like a sports car and worn by a superstar who didn't need to shout. Yeah, but we're still chasing Jordan at this point. Enter the anti-hero. Allen Iverson, from the question to the answer, represents a big moment in shoe history. But still, shoes of this time seem to be lacking evolution, lacking innovation. That brings us to the Kobe. The Kobe 4 is a symbol of Kobe Bryant's legacy, both being game-changing and timeless. The Nike Kobe 4 was designed by Eric Avar, meeting a desire Kobe had to create a connection between basketball shoes and soccer cleats, the beginning of a shift to popular low-top basketball shoes. But it wasn't just about a new aesthetic. The low-cut shoe allowed for flexibility, sharper cuts, shifty play, and of course, Kobe's signature footwork. The Kobe 4, officially released in 2009, coincided with a major milestone in Kobe Bryant's career. His 4th championship, his first without Shaquille O'Neal. It also started a run of the low-top Kobes, stretching from the 568 and others that changed the direction of basketball shoes on a whole. Now, you might already know this from watching basketball lately, but Kobe is still dominant in the NBA as one of the most popularly worn shoes. But they're slightly different from the 2009, 2010s, or other original versions. In 2019, following the successful re-release of the updated Nike Kobe 1 Protro, Nike decided to bring back the Kobe in this Protro form. The Protro series seeks to reimagine Kobe's iconic silhouette with updated, modern performance. The updates have included changes in the zoom units and adjustments in the materials that make up the midsole. Although the modifications have been minor, the Kobe Protros have dominated the NBA. According to Kickstats, the Kobe 6 was the most worn shoe across the NBA last season, logging over 87,000 minutes on court. The Kobe 4 and 5 made up part of the top 10 most worn basketball shoes. Not bad for a shoe originally released over a decade ago. Now, there have been other really popular shoes, but maybe none more influential than the ones we've mentioned so far. Many shoes have taken inspiration from these iconic shoes.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture.
Maybe a little too much inspiration. But there's been a problem with basketball shoes. They have lost something. Maybe their energy, touch, personality. In the modern game, is it even possible to combine performance and style? I think so. Decades after one revolutionary mixed with the two, that same energy, raw, personal, and unbothered, just might be showing up again. This time in a size 14, wrapped in suede on the court, or swung over his shoulder while being handed the NBA Finals MVP awards. I'm telling you, basketball shoe is about to go for another big era, the Shea era. Converse is about to make one of the biggest comebacks of all time, revolutionizing sneakers again, but this time in a much different way. But that's another video for another time. Let me know if you're ready to have that conversation in the comments below. And of course, there are other iconic shoes that we didn't mention in this video. Let us know what your favorite shoe is and what era it is from. But thanks for watching Sports Pantheon.